Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie, and this is our favorite finds of 2020.
So this list is nothing more than our send-off to the year that was 2020. We are going to talk about bottles that we discovered this year. These didn't necessarily come out this year, just the bottles that we discovered that we enjoyed the most during 2020. Some of these are easier to find than others. We didn't really take that into account if things are readily available or anything like that.
And let's be honest, about 95% of the stuff on the shelf are new finds for me this year. So we'll see what happens.
Our palates grew a lot and our collection expanded by a huge amount this year. So
Thanks,
here
COVID.
Thanks, COVID. So here is to the year that was 2020. Cheers.
All right, so where should we start?
So we didn't really categorize these at all, but I guess if we were going to start someplace, we would call these our easy/daily drinkers. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
This might be a surprise if you watched our Advent calendar, but I'm not going to go with the Four Roses because I discovered that before this.
Sure.
But I am going to go with Hello Chameleon, the Eagle Rare.
That's definitely new to you this year.
Yeah.
Sometimes can be hard to find. Other times it's very easy to find. Norman's real excited about this.
Real excited. I picked this one because it is new to me this year. It's only 90 proof, real easy drinker, just caramely delicious. We kind of talked about how it was kind of the chameleon of the Advent tournament.
Right, yeah. I think if you're
And
going
a starter. Like I would say for someone like me,
oh yeah.
It's a really good segue into, your basic bourbons into something just a little bit nicer.
And that's a $30 retail. If you're gonna do a food pairing with whiskey, I would definitely start with this one. It sips very easy, pairs with just about anything. Really nice bottle. For me, this won't come as any surprise if you watched our Advent calendar tournament. My $29 honey, Cooper's Craft Barrel Reserve, the chiseled and charred bottle from Brown-Forman. There's not much I can say about it. It's sweet, it's oaky, way more complex than you would expect for a $29 bottle. I'm crazy about it, and I've heard from a lot of you out there that you can't get it, specifically those of you in Texas, and I'm sorry about that, but this bottle is readily available most places, and it is awesome for $29 for the price. If you see it, scoop one up. I think you'll thank us.
And we definitely enjoyed it because these are brand new bottles that have not been opened yet.
Yeah,
so we must have.
We had to scoop a few backups after that tournament. We kind of went down to the wire on a couple of these bottles. There you go, the easy drinking class.
So next up is the favorite series that we had this year, which is, of course, the Whiskey Row series.
Yeah, so Old Forester Whiskey Row series has a permanent place on our shelf. We each have a favorite in the series. Do you want to tell the folks what you like the best? I don't think it's going to come as any surprise after the tournament.
1910, baby. 1910.
So of course, there's Julie's 1910, about $52 to $55 a bottle, depending on where you get it. This is the one that gets that second barreling after it's already been aging for a while. Gives you unbelievable sweet flavors, rich flavors, just a beautiful bottle. 93 proof, another real easy drinker. You can't go wrong with that one at all.
I don't think so.
For me, it's the 1920 Prohibition style, 115 proof. I said it during the tournament, I'll say it again. To me, this is just what bourbon should taste like. If I think about bourbon in my mind, this is the one that comes to mind. I just absolutely love that bottle.
I'd have a glass if you offered it, so I'm not mad about your decision.
This 1920 sells for about $60 a bottle, so again, neither one of these is in the budget range, but it doesn't mean that they're not great values. I think both of these are stellar for the money.
And if you've had the 1910, only 93 proof, and you're looking for a step up, this I think is a great step up, 115 proof, and you'll get just as much flavor, just as much deliciousness, a little bit of heat.
A little bit of heat. For 115 proof, doesn't really drink like 115 proof. A lot of similarities between these two bottles. Both of these great expressions of bourbon, and we're thrilled to have them on the shelf. They'll always have a place here on this shelf.
Yep, winners in my book. So I'm excited about this one because this probably, of all of them, is my biggest, I don't know if surprise is the right word, or just surprise / like huge heart. And we both agree on this one.
This is a beautiful bottle. Comes to us from Maker's Mark, the 2020 limited release SE4PR5.
7025 942. No,
terrible name, delicious bourbon. Again, this is another strong bourbon. I believe for Maker's Mark, they would consider this a cask strength, bottled at 110.8 proof. Doesn't drink at 110.8 proof. Not the cheapest bottle, but again, coming in at $60 for 110 proof. We think it's a tremendous value.
I love it.
It drinks so easy.
I don't drink too many higher proof ones, and I mean, this isn't screaming proof here, but the first time I had it, like, it's definitely one of those weekend, put on a movie, sip it the whole entire night. It's just delicious. You want to savor it. I love it.
It's just so unique, so tasty. Beautiful bottle. There's not much more to say about that. If you see this one, again, scoop it up. I don't think you'll be upset about it. For $60, great value. Next up is our favorite rye that we discovered in 2020.
We agree.
We agree on this one as well. We actually agree on the runner-up for this bottle as well. Old Forester Rye at that $21-ish price point is a fantastic bottle. But for us, the one that we discovered this year that we liked the absolute most is from Heaven Hill. It's this Pikesville Rye. $50, 110 proof, aged for 6 years, tremendous flavor, incredible aromas, very easy drinking, again at that 110 proof point. Another bottle that's a little bit dangerous.
So flavorful.
So flavorful. Yeah, we ended our Christmas night with this bottle because it's just for the season, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweetness. The proof and the age give it such great complexity. This is a wonderful bottle.
I thought it was delicious.
Heaven Hill bringing this brand back from the dead this year, and they just did a tremendous job with it. It's delicious. Finally, we want to call out that barrel proof category this year. We have found some unbelievable bottles. We think they're great values, even though barrel proofers generally sell for a little more. The complexity, the flavor, there are some terrific options out there this year. So do you want to share yours first?
Sure. This one caught me a little off guard with how much I really liked it.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. And it is our Advent winner on Phil's side, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. B520.
B520 is, I think, our favorite batch this year.
We do have the C. I'm not sure if I've had the C, but you have. But I've had this one.
Yeah, and this is just another tremendous example of Heaven Hill crushing it in their barrel program. And on my side, I want to call out the Larceny barrel proof as well. Larceny is the wheated bourbon that gets the barrel proof treatment. Both of these are absolutely stellar. The Larceny is new this year, and if you saw the Whiskey in the Van Wednesday where I tried this Larceny for the first time, it completely blew me away. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I'm not even a huge fan of the regular Larceny 92 proof bottle. Elijah Craig is definitely my bottle of the year. It's definitely my favorite barrel proofer of the year, like you. I wanted to call out Larceny strictly because Heaven Hill just is killing it with their higher proof products right now. The Pikesville, the Larceny, Elijah Craig.
And this was a little bit tricky, so we do have a couple honorable mentions, only because I'd be a bit remiss if I didn't just give a little bit more love out there. I know we got a lot of bottles out here, but I wanted to give a special shout out to that Jack Daniel's single barrel.
Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. So stinking good, so completely unexpected.
I do think that it does depend on what day you're drinking it, because there are some days where I've taken it and almost just like fell out of the chair, like with the proof point, and then some days it's like candy and deliciousness that you just want to keep drinking it. You shouldn't all day long.
It tastes so different from day to day, but it is absolutely delicious stuff. It does a lot of the time taste like candy or peanut butter or toffee.
Yeah, it was really strange.
Real strange.
Love it.
And the other one that we want to call out, because it's just a killer value, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, another full proof bottle, 116 proof for the edition that was released this year. It's delicious. It's under $50, probably the best value under the $50 price point. We absolutely love it. It's just a touch rough around the edges, and so these bottles here eke out a win over it. We're actually drinking the Wild Turkey today just because we wanted to revisit it because we liked it so much. We weren't sure if we wanted to call it out or not, but it definitely deserves a honorable mention.
Definitely honorable mention.
So one last note on these barrel proofers from Heaven Hill. The Elijah Craig sells for $60 a bottle, $65 in some markets, and the Larceny retails for just $50. This bottle's 130 proof for $50. That's bananas. These are really solid values. These are.
Oh, that's bananas.
That does taste a little bit like bananas. Definitely smells like bananas. There's not much more to say. If you've tried these bottles, let us know what you think. Are these some of your favorite bottles of the year? If your favorite bottle didn't make the list, give us a shout out in the comments. Let us know. We haven't tried everything, obviously. Our market is not the biggest market here in Oregon, and we haven't really traveled around a lot this year, 2020 being what it is. But if you have suggestions, or if you like these bottles, or if you hate these bottles, let us know in the comments.
And I'm actually pleasantly surprised that we agreed on 3 of them, right?
We did.
I mean, the 1910, 1920, we kind of lumped those together, but not bad.
Not bad.
Because there's obviously more than 5 bottles at this table.
That's true. Rapid fire. Favorite distillery of the year?
Old Forester, for sure.
Least favorite bottle of the year?
Remember this summer when we had that weird Bernheim one? Wait, wasn't it like a wheat or something like that?
Bernheim wheat, also
Oh,
from
yeah.
Heaven Hill. I believe it's made by Heaven Hill.
Oh.
It's a 7-year whiskey. A lot of people love that bottle. I'm with you.
I
couldn't
don't
get into
know.
that.
I remember tasting that. Was pretty excited and
Didn't
woof.
do much for me.
No.
Absolutely.
Do you want to rapid fire this right back?
Yeah.
Favorite distillery?
Favorite distillery? It's hard. It's hard to go against Old Forester. I like more of their bottles.
Really? That's so interesting.
The wider array of bottles that I like is from Old Forester than any other distillery. I love Heaven Hill. Buffalo Trace is great. Brown-Forman in general is killing it. Definitely Old Forester.
Least favorite bottle?
I hate to do it, Wild Turkey, but that Long Branch. Remember Long Branch, the Matthew McConaughey bottle? It's more expensive than Russell's Reserve 10-year, but it's aged 2 years less. It's 4 or 6 proof points lower, and because of that weird mesquite charcoal filtering, it reminds me of a water filter.
Oh no.
It tastes, there's a charcoal finish on it that didn't work for me. It smelled good and it drank easy. It was really smooth and all that, but that bottle did not do it for me. That's an easy worst of the year for me. Well, now you have something else to comment on. You can tell me how wrong I am about that bottle. I look forward to that.
Well, yeah, we're probably wrong about everything.
Yeah.
So.
And sorry, Matthew McConaughey, you can cry yourself to sleep on your piles of money tonight.
So these are our top 5 of the year, our top 5 pandemic bottles.
Top 5 pandemic bottles. And it took every single one of these bottles to get us through 2020. So let's close out 2020 on a high note.
I like it. Cheers.
Cheers to you. We'll see you in 2021.
So from wherever we are.
To wherever you are. Cheers.